Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and this is my 31 days of horror movie reviews. And for whatever reason, I decided to watch this film that came out this year. It's called Together. Together is a 2025 film that was written and directed by Michael Shanks, and it was produced by Dave Franco and Alison Brie. I originally thought this was directed by Dave Franco because I know Dave Franco has been directing movies a lot more lately, especially horror films. So when I saw the poster for this a few months back, did I see the trailer? Maybe not, because I really didn't know what this movie was about. It was a film that I had heard about and became aware of and was curious about, but I didn't go to the theaters, unfortunately, because I just got done watching it now. And this movie is crazy as fuck. This movie is so wild, so insane, very different. If you're sitting here complaining that there's not enough original movies or original horror films, although 2025 has been pretty good with original horror films, but even still, if you want more original, fucked up, out there horror movies, say no more. Say less. Because Together was an experience. Now, you have Dave Franco, who plays this character Tim, and he's dating Alison Brie, who plays Millie. The two of them probably know that they're married in real life. So it's interesting to see them play a couple that don't have the greatest chemistry in the world, and more so just because of where they are in their lives, right? Dave Franco is 30 something years old and he's still trying to figure it out. He has dreams and aspirations to be this musician, but things haven't quite worked out. And Alison Brie already has her career. She's a teacher, and she does very well with that, and she's kind of taking care of him, and she's allowing him to do what he wants to do, but you could tell it's taking a toll. It's taking a strain. And before shit hits the fan, just the beginning portion of this movie of how awkward it is with them together, and how, because they won't talk about what's really going on, how they're really feeling about things. The scene when Alison Brie proposes to Dave Franco in front of their friends and family, it's awkward as fuck because he doesn't immediately say yes. He's awkward. It's like, these two probably shouldn't be together for so many reasons. Now, they move to out in the countryside, and things get kind of worse for him. Now, he has his own issues, and you're trying to relate to him, but at points it almost feels like he's being passive aggressive towards her, and it's like, I don't know how to feel about this, but whatever. Because then they go hiking. They're trying to get closer. They go hiking, and they fall down a cave. And this cave is weird. It's weird. It's fucked up because there's weird shit down there. But more importantly, they drink this water that's down there. And I don't know if it's the water or what exactly does this to them. But when they get out, there's this thing where they just get drawn to each other. And I don't mean emotionally. I don't mean they fall more in love, but it's more so that their bodies physically get drawn to it. They almost can't control how close they are getting together. There are scenes, because at first it's subtle. At first it's okay, this is weird. You don't really know what's going on. It's not too out of control yet, so it mostly just looks like Dave Franco looks crazy as fuck, and he's super clingy. It makes for more awkwardness. But then there's scenes where they physically get stuck together, like their legs, or this one scene where he just shows up at her school and has sex with her, and then they're stuck together, and you're like, what the fuck? Because I just got the heebie-jeebies from just watching them get stuck. Their lips get stuck, or their skin gets stuck. I'm like, this is making me feel not scared, not terrified, just uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable for nearly 2 hours watching this movie, which probably means that it did its job. I should have mentioned earlier that there was a quick scene almost establishing this thing with these two dogs, and it's like you don't see everything that happens to the two dogs, but somehow whatever happens to them looks gross as fuck. So that's kind of what our two characters are in store for. You have this neighbor who's also a teacher, and it's like, I can understand if you're Dave Franco kind of wondering, like, is there an issue here? Is there going to be an issue here? Because I was definitely having those vibes. But no, he's gay. So I guess it's really not that. The body horror is kind of what I'm taking away the most from this movie. Just as far as the practical effects, as far as the creativity, some body morphing stuff reminds me a lot of The Thing, which I've always said for years is one of the most fucked up, scariest movies that I've ever seen, specifically because of those graphic, practical effects that still haunt me in my dreams to this day. This had some of that. This was able to pull off some freaky deaky shit. I could complain if I had to look for complaints that, maybe some people will find it slow, but I was perfectly fine with that. I was fine with the setup. I was fine with the character development. But more so, when you get the explanation for what's going on, there's a part of me that wonders, do you need this? Do you need the explanation for why and how this is happening to them? Because to me, you could get away with not telling us by keeping it more mysterious. But who knows? Maybe some people liked it. I just kind of thought that portion of it was a little derivative, or I feel like I've seen stuff like that particular thing before. Luckily, it's not a big portion of it. It's like it happens and then we kind of move on. The very, very end, I'm not going to spoil stuff, I promise, because I feel like watching it yourself will give you a certain feeling about it. But I thought this ending was fucked up as fuck. Like, fucked up in a way where I was like, what? Like, this movie ended and I'm like, do I like this movie, or am I just really creeped out, really weirded out? And what am I supposed to take away from this movie? It's directed well, it's written well, it's acted well. I liked, obviously, Dave Franco and Alison Brie. They should be able to work together for obvious reasons. But I also like them playing in the horror genre. The two of them being able to just kind of go for it in certain scenes. Like the one scene in the hall where they're being drawn together, and the way how she has to, like, bend and flip over because they're trying to stop themselves from going together. It's wild. It's crazy. I would definitely recommend people check out this film together. If I had to rate it, I will give it a date movie, but I'm almost hesitating because this isn't going to be for everybody. Somebody will watch this and say, what the fuck? Why did you recommend this? Or if you're going to watch it with your girlfriend, she might be looking at you like, I'm never touching you ever again. Let me know in the comments below if you two have seen Together. What did you think of it? Did you like it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Man, this is fucked. This movie's fucked up. Later. Soul's taken over by a devilish path. You got me walking on broken glass. Kicking down the door with a Jason mask. With a decked out machete, but you motherfuckers know it's heavy. Anytime you're ready, you can get you with a Bowie. Setting up to blow me, but the bitch don't know me. Who's going? I'm going. You know, I know that the man in the mirror is my next rival. Time goes and I never thought I'd live so fast. Staring at the world from the end of my glass. Turned into a dark place, sever my brain. And I dropped out of